Welcome back, everybody. I just received these 4 boxes from an estate auction. I thought we could take a look to see what's inside. As you can see, there's quite a bit to go through, so I will try to do it as quickly as possible. Let's get started. Alright, first up here, looks like a draw knife. Looks to be in like new condition. There is a name on here. It says, I don't know, let's see. It says UX-Head, Germany. I am not familiar with who that maker is, but usually Germany makes some very high quality tools. So I'll have to look that up online and do some research, but that thing looks like it's pretty much never been used. Next we have up some file handles. These are actually made by Blue Point. They all have the same part number on them, so I'm thinking that they're fairly universal, but they're probably made to fit up to or down to a certain size. But definitely another item that looks like it's basically unused. So these are a little harder to find if you're a collector. Moving on here, we have a Blue Point PWC38. Looks to be like some sort of a crimper. Has a ratcheting mechanism. So I'm guessing it's some sort of like terminal crimper. Laying loose here, we just have a Nicholson file. Or, well, it's a file on this end, it's a rasp on this end. Double-sided. Got a couple small ball peens here. Blue Point. Looks like a BP 4B 4 ounce. Looks like 2 of them. And again, like the tools we've seen so far, very little, if any, use on them. So a couple nice little ball peen hammers there. Oh, there's a third one in here. This one looks a little smaller. This is a BP 2B 2 ounce. And looks like it has not seen too much action. So very nice little ball peen hammers. And then we just have a few random files left in that package. I don't have any idea what this is. I see there's machinist tools here, there's woodworking tools here. I'm going to guess this is machinist related. I'm sure one of my machinist friends out there could help me out on what that thing is. We got a little baggie here. Let me get it out. Okay, inside that little baggie was this set of, I believe these are countersinks for metal. I don't see a maker, but they are marked Japan. And obviously there's 3 out of the 5 that were never used because they still have the coating. Next up we have this little set of, I believe these are like setup blocks, 1, 2, 3 blocks. It says Fin on the outside. Not familiar with that particular brand. Looks like they're obviously brand new. Well, maybe not. Maybe somebody just wrapped them back up, but I don't know if these are identical. They look like they probably are. So I think these are 1, 2, 3 blocks. So I believe they measure 1 inch this way, 2 inches this way, and then 3 inches this way. So I use for setting up. My machinist buddies could help me by telling me what is the purpose of the different size holes in the setup block. So we got 3 sets of punches made by Mayhew. It looks like 2 are identical, marked 109K, and then another one here marked 109K. And then we have one marked 480K, a little different style. So these have the flat face on them, and these actually have like the ball on the end. All right. So loose in this bag, they have a couple steel rules. This is made by Pickett in the USA. And then we have a Mitutoyo, another Pickett. And let's see here. This one says Arch, made in Japan. Not familiar with them. And then we have a general number 13. I would guess this is maybe a wire gauge. without looking it up. And we also have a couple of small snap-on punches in there. This is a 1/16 and another 1/16. Moving along, they have this little 4-inch blue point adjustable. Very nice little wrench. And this one is made in Spain. Does have a little chip on the chrome, but otherwise it's in very nice condition. All right, we got a few more files here. Although this one, I don't know if this is considered a file or like more like for sharpening a blade. As far as the other files go, every one I can read is Nicholson. This one has an old Craftsman handle on it, but Nicholson file. This one has one of the blue point handles in it, also a Nicholson, and another one with the blue point handle and another Nicholson. Well, this one's actually a rasp, and I do see that this one has the Nicholson branded handle. I'm not sure. And I do see this one has the Nicholson branded handle. Alright, next up we have a Blue Point PWC23. It's some sort of a crimper again. And they have this little Blue Point PR32A, little snap ring pliers. I see we have a random punch here, and I do believe this set was missing the smallest punch. So it's full again. We have a little collection here of brushes, synthetic, and looks like possibly like some sort of brass coated brushes, and those will come in handy for sure. Have a Nicholson round handled needle files. Definitely a nice little set. I like that they're basically all near new and that they're all complete sets. And then a little 3-piece Nicholson file set. I have this inspection mirror, nice big one. That's a Blue Point UIM 325. Looks like it probably extends out pretty far. Always handy to have those around. I won these 2 Mitutoyo mini magnetic stands. I believe these are used in machine work. For setting things up, you'd put like a dial indicator on the end here. I believe that's what they're for. They have a magnetic base. Also have one more. I believe this is another magnetic stand. It's a no name, generic, but same basic purpose. We have 3 smaller rasps here, double-sided, flat on one side, half moon on the other. These are all made by Nicholson again. Look like they're fairly new, like everything else. Alright, we got a Mitutoyo box. Oh, got a little digital micrometer. Looking pretty unused. Looks like the battery is still in the original packaging, unless that's a spare. So it's a 0 to 1 digital caliper. And this packaging is sealed, so this was actually never even used. And these are not cheap if you look into them. Without actually looking it up right now, I think these go for around $150. So the fact that somebody never used it is a little bit strange, but that's what we do sometimes. We buy tools that we want or we think we're going to use, and we just never do. Looks like a couple of parts cleaning brushes and just another one of the regular brushes we had before. So next up is a set of files, West Germany, so that kind of dates it. And I don't know how to properly pronounce this name. I think it's Stahlwheel. And I've had a number of their wrenches and other tools, but I've never had a set of their files. Looks like they're in new condition. So, nice little set. Germany makes some pretty good tools overall. Here is a set of carbide tipped bits made by Nicholson. Looks like this is the only one out of the set that was ever used, because the other ones still have the original plastic coating on them. So basically a brand new set. And these little suckers can get mighty expensive depending on who you're buying them from and depending on the quality. Obviously, Nicholson makes good quality tools. All right, I sort of have the other bags tore open, and we can go ahead and see what's inside. I will say one thing about the previous owner of these tools is they did not buy junk. I mean, everything here is fairly high quality, big brand name, and just well-made tools. And so it's always nice to have a bunch of that come through the door. This first bag here is just a bunch of drill bits. They're marked letter and number, I believe. Yeah, so a bunch of drill bits. Don't know how used they are. I do have a drill bit sharpener, one of the drill doctors, but these in this bag, they look brand new. But sorry if you can't see them that well, but figure there's no reason to take out a bunch of drill bits. Here we have a little Sears Craftsman Chrome Edge 15-piece tap set. So let's see what's actually in here. Oh, wow. These are nice. Looks like only this one's been used. So beautiful set here. I believe it looks like they are all there. I mean, gosh, outside of this one, they all look like they're brand new. It's sort of like a time capsule. Like, you know, these were probably sold 40 years ago and they're just like preserved perfectly. So nice little set. I already have a ton of tap and dies. I might be selling this set, but really cool to see, really cool to have. And then we have wooden Spencer taps. Let's go ahead and see if that's what's actually in the boxes. Oh yeah, nice little set. Okay, there's 4 taps in this box. And I'd have to individually check the sizes to see if they all belong in here. So here's another 3-piece set. I do see that this one here is made by Hanson, so maybe they had to replace one that was broken or damaged. But a couple nice little sets of taps. These are kind of interesting wrenches. I won't take out the whole set. I don't know if these were made by SK. Here's an SK, and obviously, if I could get one about the same size here. I mean, I wouldn't say they look identical, but they're pretty close as far as just having that raised oval in the center. I don't know for sure that's who made the IH Mac Industrials. I do know that they are sort of a collector's item. I think most of the set was there. If I remember, it's been a few weeks since I bought these. But just a neat little set of wrenches to have. Can't remember exactly what I paid. I don't think it was too much. There's definitely some stuff here I did maybe pay a little too much for. Alright, so moving on to the next bag here. I'll sort of take everything out and go through it. Alright, so in this next bag we have some snap-on tools. We have these red-handled, I guess, micro, mini, whatever, screwdrivers, flat tips. And then we have a nice little stubby red handle. Man, that logo, I tell you what, that logo looks a little different from the norm. Usually they're white. This thing looks almost like it has a gold or silver shine to it. So I wonder if that's from like some sort of special set. Looks like it's never been used, but I'll go ahead and compare it to like this one here. You can definitely tell it's just more of a satin white or flat, or it's more of a flat white. And maybe you can't pick this up, but that definitely has a shine to it, and it definitely looks like a silver or gold tone to it. So I wonder if that's not from some sort of like anniversary set. So moving on here, we have some fairly new looking screwdrivers from Snap-on. A couple of the industrial shank on them with the, I guess, black oxide, maybe you call it. It's got like the black industrial finish shank on them. And then we just have a couple normal flat tips. And then we got something here. Oh, I'm getting thrown off because it has an extension on it, which is a Matco extension. It's just a stubby 3/8 little spinner handle, F40A. This is an older one, obviously, by the handle style, but I mean, the condition is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Then we have another 4-piece set of the orange handle screwdrivers. Now my camera makes these look sort of fluorescent, but they're just the basic orange. I don't know if I can get it over a different color, if it'll adjust. That's a little bit better. So just the base, of course, is not focusing now, but just the basic orange handle. I guess more of a mini screwdriver set, but not as small as like the micro ones, of course. Moving forward, I won this set of needle files and I definitely paid for them. I will flash the price on the screen, but if you can see, as I'm organizing them, they all have these mini hard-handled red snap-on screwdriver handles. Well, I mean, they're file handles. They're made for files. They have the little adjuster on the end. But these handles are the reason why I paid up for this set, because these handles are difficult to find. And what do we got here? 1, 2. We got 11 of them. Now, if you're looking on eBay and you want to just buy one handle, you're going to pay somewhere between $30 and $40 a piece for a handle. I would assume, without looking too close at the files are likely Nicholson. I believe when Snap-on sold files, when they were made in the USA, they were selling Nicholson files. Now, my eyes are not good enough to pick that out, but I would venture a guess that that's what type of files they are, but it's really the handles that I paid for. So coming out of this last bag, we have a number of screwdrivers. I don't know if it's pronounced Wera or Wera, but made in Germany. You can see they have made in Germany on them. There's the name, and these are the Craftsman, I believe it's called. So we have green handle, those are all flat tip, and the red handle, those are all Phillips. We have a little hex driver, and then we have a magnetic bit holder, and the bits are actually stored in the handle. Let me see how this works once. So you basically just rotate it to whatever bit you want to take out. And of course, you can see at all times which ones are in there. And then hopefully the one that's in the tip, you put back in the handle so you don't lose it. That's the goal, but it seems funny how it doesn't seem to always work out that way. Also in this last bag is a set of Oxwall made in the USA screwdrivers. Now, Oxwall is a name I've seen on ratchets and sockets and so on. I don't think I've ever seen Oxwall on screwdrivers, but this is a nice little set, US made. And then we have a mystery box. I'm not sure what's in here. It looks like a SK box. Yep, definitely SK tools. Whoops. And obviously just a place they were storing some hex key wrenches. So that's everything from this haul. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.